Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is time. G1 Climax 2015, Day 6, taking place on July 28th, 2015. Seems like it's been forever since the last G1 show happened, even though it was only 2 days ago, and we actually just commentated it yesterday. So, the way we're handling this, a little bit differently than the first few shows, and a lot more like the show that we did yesterday, rather than just kind of picking up when the bell rings. I figured it would be helpful to actually line up a timestamp for you guys. So I'm going to tell you right now, we have fast forwarded at 16:30, 16 minutes 30 seconds, and we are going to be hitting play not on one, but on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're here, and we've had a 6-man tag to start things off.
I feel like we should also take this opportunity, Ashton, to let the viewing audience know that Shinsuke Nakamura will not be competing tonight, and that Michael Elgin will be awarded 2 points because you did the investigation on his injury during commentary yesterday, and I guess it was worse than we originally anticipated.
Yeah, he has an elbow injury, and from what I understand, they are going to try and keep him in this tournament, but again, he is now 1-2, having technically lost to Elgin due to forfeit.
Very interesting place for Elgin as Liger there goes for the early cover there on Jay White. As these two start this, I believe it's a 6-man tag off. Yes, it
Yep.
is.
It is Ryusuke Taguchi, Jay White, and David Finlay taking on Tiger Mask, Captain New Japan, and obviously in the ring right now, Jushin Thunder Liger.
Beautiful maneuvering there by Jay White as great control of the headlock as Liger now able to create the separation by getting to the ropes. But yeah, tough break for Shinsuke Nakamura, and I know all of his fans. I know you're a huge Shinsuke fan. It sucks that he's not going to be participating at the level in this tournament that we anticipated that he would. But hopefully he can bounce back. And what a unique surfboard there it looks like from Liger to Jay White.
Yeah, this is a move that you see a lot in Ring of Honor, and more specifically back when Davey Richards was kind of a top guy there.
Good God, Liger just bending Jay White every which way. He goes from the surfboard, and he keeps the surfboard position into a chin lock, but Jay White able to reverse the pressure there into a pin attempt.
Yeah, that was so smart by Jay White. Very impressive.
Absolutely. I know.
Kind of high five handshake there. And now we've got some tags in, Dave Finlay and Tiger Mask.
Dave Finlay, very interesting. Almost looked like he stole the tag there for himself, but I digress. I think he's just very eager to impress and show us all what he's capable of.
Oh, but Tiger Mask with a shoulder block takes Finlay down.
David Finlay, I think, has all the tools to be something great in this business. Just got to pay his dues first, and what a drop kick there by David Finlay.
Yeah, very nice.
You gotta wonder. I wonder what the conversation was like with his dad, Fit Finlay. Hey, Dad, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to be a young boy. He was probably so proud. I mean, if you really want to hone your craft, Japan is the place to be. You see Tiger Mask slides out of the fireman's carry attempt, gets the waist lock, but David Finlay fights out off the ropes. Oh, ducks the kick, but gets a knee to the gut there for his troubles. There's a nice chest kick there by Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask, such a legendary figure in Japan, Ashton.
Yeah, he really is. Like you were saying, it's kind of odd because if you look at Fit Finlay, you would never think that he would produce someone that is and yeah, I think if you ask most people, they would say Dave Finlay is an attractive kid.
Absolutely.
He's got a good look. He's got a good look going for him.
Absolutely.
Definitely something that his dad didn't really ever have working for him.
Oh, certainly not. I mean, hell, when a guy's moniker is "I love to fight," he's not looking to win beauty contests.
Right, and even though I don't think Dave Finlay would ever really be looking to win those either, I think if he really tried, he could probably get close.
Yeah, I could picture Dave Finlay, his catchphrase being "I love to fight, but please not the face." And now Taguchi comes in.
And yeah, speaking of not the face, yeah, keep your ass away from my face, Taguchi.
Exactly. And now Tiger Mask gets the tag, and David Finlay, he's in a bad way. He tried crawling to his corner, couldn't get there. And now Tiger Mask, camel clutch there, perfectly applied. Great form by Tiger Mask.
Yeah, kind of weird to see a luchador pulling out the camel clutch. We're just so used to seeing that move from Middle Eastern-looking superstars, whether it's the Iron Sheik from Iran or Muhammad Hassan from, I think he was from Afghanistan, right?
I believe so, yes.
Because I know that he was like an Arab American, and he was actually just an American, but as it turns out, I think he was actually Canadian or Italian or something like that. But regardless, Now we've got, oh, wow! Jay White taking a move from Taguchi. Unbelievable.
Wow, he's learning. He's definitely
But
inspired
the
by
difference
who he's
is
working.
Jay White has more versatility in his arsenal than Taguchi, so.
Yeah, way to compromise. And now I think
Captain New
Captain New
Japan
Japan
wants to
making the tag
tag,
here.
and in he
And he got it.
comes!
Oh man, Captain New Japan, definitely one of the more colorful characters in New Japan as he takes both Jay White and Taguchi down.
Japanese Captain America.
Yeah, you know it, man. Now goes to the top rope, but he misses, I believe, what looked like a headbutt there on David Finlay. Now this is the opening that David really needed to get the tag.
What the heck? Jushin Thunder Liger just kicked his own tag partner. What are you doing, dude?
Jushin Thunder Liger may be getting fed up. He knows he has bigger and better things awaiting him soon. And look at Taguchi with that rear-based offense there. And now for a third time, but oh, we got caught by Captain New Japan.
And a nice inverted atomic drop.
Yeah, that atomic drop, beautiful there by Captain New Japan. But oh, still eats the rear-based offense anyway from Taguchi.
You know what though? It seems like it hurt Taguchi almost as much as it did Captain New Japan.
Maybe he broke that rear bone. I don't know.
The tailbone?
Yeah, the tailbone. There you go. See, that's why he's the doctor in the group here, folks. And now Captain New Japan really eating that rear. Oh, man. You know, again, I always have to give Taguchi credit for being a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and even though Kenny Omega lost it, I'm just still grateful to him for taking it off Taguchi in the first place. Kenny Omega's amazing.
Kenny Omega is so much better than Taguchi.
I hope we see him in the G1 Climax next year, if you want my honest assessment.
Well, he's not a heavyweight. He's a junior.
Well, I think he could bulk up in that time, couldn't he? And again, the mockery of Shinsuke Nakamura, which is really nice given the circumstances.
Maybe it's more of like a tribute than a mockery. I don't know.
Maybe. And Captain New Japan finally had a counter to that rear. It's not indestructible, and he makes the tag to Tiger Mask, and I can't believe I'm doing commentary about another man's derriere, but I digress. Tiger Mask. Irish whips Taguchi into the other corner. Taguchi,
Another ass smack.
But it hurts him every time. I feel like he really needs to make a tag here, and he does to Jay White. Now let's see what this kid can do here with Tiger Mask vulnerable. There's a forearm. Chop. Irish whip into the ropes here. Charges, and another forearm there. I thought maybe a back elbow, but no, a straight forearm. And,
Tiger Mask got his foot up.
How's that leather taste? Nice leapfrog there.
Back elbow. Very nice.
And there it is.
Jay White's showing some fire here.
Absolutely. Now he's going to charge. What's he going to do here? And an uppercut there, it looked like. Beautifully done. I think he signaled for something. Yeah, he signaled for both guys to take the opposition out. Now it's Jay White with Tiger Mask. There's the drop kick.
Nice missile drop kick, too.
Definitely, and Tiger Mask still kicks out. But notice, though, actually, I thought it was very interesting that Jay White directed traffic when you'd think that would be Taguchi's role as the veteran. Very interesting.
I think it wasn't so much directing traffic as it was asking for a favor.
Yeah, good point. But
a fatal mistake.
And there's the miscommunication. Let's see if Taguchi can make it recover. What is he doing? Taguchi! Oh, well, how did you think that was going to go, Taguchi? And then he eats a nice spinning heel kick there. Nice spin kick from Tiger Mask. And now David Finlay's got a hold of him. How much more can we do?
Again.
And again. Worst team ever.
Tiger Mask is really making them look like the Three Stooges right now. Oh, but the crucifix pin 1, 2, and Taguchi breaks it up.
Yeah, thank goodness for Taguchi. Otherwise, Jay White, I think, would have been pinned there. And now, oh my God, another spin kick right to the gut of Jay White. Now, Captain New Japan.
Now we've got a 3-on-1 situation here. The entire team against Jay White.
Oh, and
Tiger Bomb. Tiger Bomb. He got it. That's it.
2, 3 count.
There we go. All right.
That's how a team is supposed to function.
Yeah, which is hilarious because no more than like 2 minutes ago, Jushin Thunder Liger was so angry at Captain New Japan that he kicked him while he was down.
He needed, apparently. He got back in the game.
It seems like Liger and Tiger Mask get along pretty well, but Captain New Japan is just a complete outcast on this team.
I know. They're even arguing, I think, about who got the pin and who should get their arms raised. What douche?
It's like we did all the work. You got just kind of messed up.
Exactly. It's like Captain New Japan and Jushin Thunder Liger are just like, man, we did so good out of there. And then Captain New Japan's like, well, what about me? And then they're just like, yeah, you were there.
You did stuff. Maybe not all good stuff, but you did stuff.
Man, if I'm Liger, and you could call it being a sellout, but I'm just thinking, man, I'm not going to need these scrubs for much longer. I'm going to be at NXT soon. I'm going to be moving on up in the world.
He's not literally moving to NXT. He just has a one appearance deal.
But think about how much he can shill in that time. Like, he's probably thinking.
He's not Toru Yano. He's not gonna go around shilling DVDs the entire time.
And maybe that's part of the problem. But hey, in all seriousness, guys, fun opening contest. The veterans win again, as is to be expected. Another time a young boy eats a pin. I'm telling you, if a young boy ever pins a veteran, and now look at this miscue here again between Jushin Liger and Kevin the New Japan. Oh man, if
they
masks
really
could
hate each other, I think maybe not even each other. Maybe it's just Jushin Liger. Jushin Liger really just hates Captain New Japan. It seems like it. And by the way, speaking of Toru Yano, he's actually in the next match.
Yeah, I mean, Ashton showed me a picture, guys, before we went on commentary of the stitches that he had to get. It was grueling. For those of you that saw Day 5, his matchup against Hiroshi Tenzan, it was brutal. I mean, the blood in that one spot, and like you said, Ashton, definitely got busted open the hard way.
Yeah. And now it's going to be Toru Yano teaming up with YOSHI-HASHI to take on the Bullet Club 4444 Life.
Well, since you took that, you know I have to. Too sweet! And it is going to be Cody Hall and Doc Gallows. What do you think of this combination, Ashton?
The Twin Towers of New Japan.
Absolutely.
I think Gallows is about 6'6". Cody Hall's about 6'8". I don't think anyone else in this promotion is anywhere above 6'5", and that's Bad Luck Fale, and he's also in the Bullet Club. Those three guys are probably a good inch or two taller than everyone else in the promotion.
Exactly. And I mean, Ashton, I got to tell you, there's a part of me that thinks it could be a frustrating night for Doc Gallows because he's in there, with Cody Hall, who is still quite wet behind the ears. But here's the other thing, too. In the context of this match, Doc Gallows is in his element. Nobody is better in tag team wrestling than Doc Gallows, and that is signified by him being a holder of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title. And so I feel like he's definitely in his element here, and even if he is working with Cody Hall, who again is a bit wet behind the ears, I think Doc Gallows will be able to overcome that seeming deficit. Plus, Cody Hall has a lot of raw power, too. It's not like he's going to be a slouch in this thing.
Yeah, Gallows can coach Cody up a little bit.
Absolutely. And
this is how you do tag team, kid.
Absolutely.
Oh, and here we go. Toru Yano's music just hit, and he's on his way out. Curious to see what his head looks like after a couple of days that he got to heal. Can't possibly look that good, though, because we saw the picture of him with fresh stitches in, and it looked brutal.
Absolutely. Rough day at the office for Toru Yano. And now he's going to come out still showing the DVDs, though. He is so committed.
Gotta love it.
Man, I know they call Darren Young no days off, but I mean, after seeing Toru Yano still showing those DVDs, respect.
He has a massive black eye, too. Man, I didn't even think about that being a repercussion of getting your head busted open like that.
He got roughed up.
He got rocked is what he got.
Say what you will about Toru Yano, guys, but not only did he, finish the match, he won it, and now he's competing, all this time later. All the respect in the world for Toru Yano. You may not like his tactics, but he was a winner on Day 5, and he may be a winner again here, especially with the very impressive Hashi, teaming up with him, again as part of...
Yeah, YOSHI-HASHI is actually, I think, I don't want to say for sure that he's undefeated, but it certainly does seem that way, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, Cody Hall knows firsthand what it's like to eat that senton. He may be having a payback on his mind.
It's funny. See. I gotta say, Toru Yano's shenanigans are always funny, but it seems even more hilarious when he has a black eye.
Exactly.
Just because it seems like he's been being this dickhead for so long, and then finally some bully caught up to him and beat him up, and he's still trying to pull it off.
Do you think me and Toru Yano would get along well? I feel like we'd click, don't you?
I think that your douchiness would cancel out.
Really?
I think you and him would bash heads.
Nice.
It'd be like, we got to go take this turnbuckle pad off, and then you'd be like, well, why would you do that when you can just not do anything and be lazy?
That's so my mannerisms. Oh man, as you see Toru Yano there creating space between himself and Doc Gallows.
And again. Gotta love it.
I think he was kind of gyrating there, or is that just me? It was just kind of like...
gyrations.
Yeah. kind of getting in the head of Doc Gallows a little bit. Nice.
Oh, nice hold.
Yeah, definitely. And now he's going to hang the throat up on the
Tags in
ropes.
YOSHI-HASHI.
It's like, okay, I stirred the hornet's nest. Now enjoy the stings, Hashi.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way of putting it. You're so right. To see what Doc Gallows does with YOSHI-HASHI here. Rihanna
I,
kind of backing down the ramp, trying to.
I love how he shrugs, too, as if to say, wasn't me.
Yeah, exactly. I think they actually have a G1 match, like an actual block match tomorrow.
Doc Gallows isn't going to know what to do. He's going to 0-4. I'm telling you that right now. He's not going to be able to handle Toru Yano. I don't think he's going to be able to handle Toru Yano. I think one thing I've learned about Doc Gallows throughout the course of this tournament, I think he's a man, a nice throat thrust there to Hashi, but I think he's a man that gets... Yeah, beautiful.
You said to Hashi, and I saw he did another great throat thrust to Toru Yano.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Doc Gallows can impose his will. I mean, don't get me wrong. Doc Gallows, great athlete, especially for a man of his size. But I think what I've learned about him throughout the course of this tournament, he gets very easily frustrated. And I think Toru Yano, he preys on people like that. I think he is going to Doc Gallows nuts tomorrow. I don't think Doc Gallows is going to know what to do. That's my official prediction.
Doc Gallows might open Toru Yano up again just for the sake of it.
I know, and then if you're Toru Yano, that's the only legitimate concern you have, I think, and that's not me trying to be funny, guys. I know we have times where we can be a bit cheeky here on commentary, but I am being dead serious. I think Toru Yano, we call it mischief, we call it whatever, but in all sincerity, I don't think we give Toru Yano enough credit for being a cerebral wrestler, for playing that psychological game. And no offense to Doc Gallows, but I think he's a bit more weak-minded than some of the other people of the Bullet Club. It's just how I see it.
Well, when you say some of the other people in the Bullet Club, you mean specifically AJ Styles and Carl Anderson, right?
Yeah, definitely them in particular. Absolutely. And now Cody Hall's going to get the tag in. Hashi's already been kind of softened up.
Very rare sight to see Cody Hall get tagged in by somebody that's almost the same size as him.
I know, right? I've been so used to Cody Hall tagging with Takahashi
and Tama
him tagging with and Tama Tonga, that him tagging with Doc Gallows is a new experience indeed.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And even Carl Anderson. I think Carl Anderson's only about 6'3".
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I'm telling you, I think Cody Hall, much like David Finlay, what I said about him in the opening bout, Cody Hall has got the ability. You know, he comes from, a wrestling bloodline. His father, of course, the legendary Scott Hall. Everything Scott Hall did in this business, Cody Hall wanted to follow suit, and I think he's in the right place again. I love that these young guys are coming to Japan to hone their craft. It really does my heart good to see them really committing to this in the best possible place. And what backbreakers there by Cody Hall, and I like how he sinks into the cover there, hooks the leg, and that was deep, but Hashi's still able to get the kick out.
It seemed almost like he was planning on doing a third backbreaker, but he lost his footing a little bit. So he could just kind of compensate it by going into the pin.
But that was a very smart recovery there by Cody Hall. He's learning, and I really have to commend him for that. And now Doc Gallows continues to put the boots to Hashi there.
I didn't even see the tag. Did Cody Hall even make a legal tag to Doc?
I believe he did. It might have just went undetected by us, as you see Hashi there staying in the fight. But actually, I got to ask you, while Doc Gallows is firmly in control at the moment, you seemed a bit surprised that I was picking Toru Yano over Doc Gallows. Do you sign on to that prediction, or are you thinking Doc Gallows has a fire lit under him being 0-3, and he wants to at least get one win on the board?
No, I think you're right. I think Toru Yano is going to pick up his second win.
Nice drop kick there by Hashi. That was a low ball drop kick because Doc
Gallows.
Honestly,
I wouldn't be super surprised if Gallows didn't win a single match in this tournament.
That very well could happen. And now Toru Yano does get
immediately goes after the turnbuckle pad. I love it.
And oh man, it has no shame. And Doc Gallows runs right into it. And this is what I'm talking about right here. How is he gonna deal with that? Oh man, and Toru Yano. Oh, and Doc Gallows, yeah, he didn't see it coming that time, but don't think you can fool Toru Yano twice. And oh, again. Oh, Doc Gallows, nice stuff in the attempt, beautiful. And there's the Doc.
I love it. Toru Yano's so smart. Now he's gonna do his taunt.
And oh, look at that. He's just laughing at Doc Gallows. Doc Gallows does not know what to do. And oh my God! Grabbing the ears. That's a new one from Toru Yano.
Yeah, that we haven't seen that before. And then he does a move that would maybe hurt a little bit, but mostly just piss Gallows off, and then tags himself out immediately.
We really haven't given Toru Yano enough credit, I think. I think this guy really knows how to work somebody over mentally, and it's beautiful to watch. And Cody, with the boot jacking Toru Yano's face. He better be careful about those stitches that he got. And now Hashi goes into the corner that Toru Yano exposed. Hashi can't be feeling too good about Toru Yano right about now.
Beautiful spinning lariat from Cody Hall. Goes for the pin, but Toru Yano breaks it up. Oh, but Doc Gallows right there to meet Toru Yano to basically punish him for breaking the pin up.
Toru Yano, man, he's like that gnat. He just won't stop pestering you. And now Cody Hall and Doc Gallows going to try and double team Hashi here. And what a double boot.
That was cool. I liked that.
Again, Doc Gallows is in his element here. We can't forget that. And now they both... Oh, Toru Yano again, though! Oh, my God. He is so in Gallows' head. He just grabbed him by the foot and he dropped him down.
And at the same time, Cody Hall went for a jumping headbutt, and it looks like YOSHI-HASHI just kind of rolled away. Oh, wow, that blockbuster move from YOSHI-HASHI. I think this might be it. He might be going for the senton.
Cody Hall is in position. Oh, wait, no. Hashi may want to get... No!
Oh!
Cody Hall with the knee showing some life there.
And a nice punch to the face, too.
Can he get...
Oh, but YOSHI-HASHI with a lariat.
Beautiful. And now he just signaled for something. Oh, I think he's thinking senton. Now he's thinking senton here.
He just wanted to set Cody Hall in position to make sure he hits it.
He's going to eat this thing again.
Last time he did it, it was super stiff, but this time it seemed like he took it a little bit easier on the kid. And it's Cody Hall's arm kind of shot up a little bit, but he didn't get his shoulder up.
Exactly.
That was an interesting little muscle tweak there. That was funny.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, it looks like Toru Yano is still taunting Doc Gallows on the outside. Yeah, he definitely is. My God.
I've been looking for the wrong troll that I want to pattern myself after. Toru Yano is God status.
He's pretty amazing. I'm telling you, man, it's all made more effective by the fact that he's got a bunch of bandage on his head and a black eye. It just makes him look like he's been doing this for a long time and he's gotten beat up for it, but it doesn't stop him from continuing to do it.
I think I told you on day 4 of G1 Climax, one of the best parts about this tournament is for the first time since you and I have begun watching New Japan, I'm actually starting to assemble a roster of people that I like.
Yeah.
And it's like Kota Ibushi, Tomohiro Ishii, and I have to put Toru Yano on there if I'm being honest. I enjoy the guy. I laugh. I think he is just a riot. And I just love how he approaches it. It's so different from anything I've seen. And considering that you and I, we've seen quite a bit of comedy in our time, I just think he's evolved comedy. Because I don't even think he's necessarily a comedy wrestler. He's just a guy that's very psychological, but in a very funny way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he I think he honestly kind of reminds me, he's like the Japanese version of Colt Cabana.
Yeah, man, that's a great way of putting it. Oh.
Now, we're going to get a really stacked tag team match here. Kota Ibushi, Togi Makabe, and Mascara Dorada teaming up to take on the team of Katsuyori Shibata, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, who was also busted open on Sunday, and young boy Yohei Komatsu. So I am definitely going to be into this match immediately because Shibata's in it, Makabe's in it, and Ibushi. And they're Ibushi and Makabe on the same team, so they'll be facing off with Shibata. Tomorrow, though, Shibata faces off with Ibushi. And can I just say, right off the bat, match of the year contender potential.
Absolutely.
Ibushi,
I mean, Ashton.
Shibata, and there's Shibata right there.
I gotta ask you during Shibata's entrance, if you're Shibata, how good are you feeling knowing that you got a very impressive win over Makabe in day 5, and you've just got that momentum behind you? I mean, you beat the never open weight champion.
And I would argue that was one of the best matches I've ever seen that was under 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Shibata, such a physical specimen. I mean, his technical prowess cannot be denied. Just such an impressive athlete. And, I mean, I'm sure he's going to want to build on this momentum here in this tag match. And now we have the arrival of, I wonder who's coming out, Ashton. I can't really quite tell. I don't know if you can.
Well, I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say probably Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Yeah, it's Tenzan.
Yeah, he gets some theatrics and all kinds of stuff that goes on. I'm just kind of looking forward to see if he got stitches or if he's taped up or anything on the head because of how messed up he was on Sunday. Now, obviously, he wasn't nearly as messed up as Toru Yano was, but he was still pretty gashed up.
Absolutely. And if you're Tenzan, you're in a very interesting predicament. I mean, you lose one tournament matchup to Tanahashi, but then you lose another tournament matchup to Toru Yano, so you've got to make a little bit of a climb back here. And,
And
that's
Toru
not going
Yano and
to
Tanahashi actually are going to have a match in this tournament. I don't know when, but that's hilarious to me because Toru Yano seems to have Hashi's number.
If he pins Tanahashi, I'm going to apologize to our audience in advance if I can't keep the laughs in, because I always like to keep a certain level of decorum, seeing as how we are providing a vital service, but I may not be able to help myself from laughing. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
It's going to be so funny to me if that happens.
Yeah. All right. It seems like that's our complete first team, and now the other team coming out. Ibushi's music is playing right now, so I'm assuming he'll come out, and then we're gonna get Makabe coming out alongside Dorada.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Oh no, Dorada came out with Ibushi.
And Ashton, I mean, you heard me on day 5. I was so happy for that young man, Kota Ibushi. One of the biggest wins of his career. He beat AJ Styles in the middle of the ring on day 5. Absolutely incredible.
And it seems like Mascara Dorada has a championship with him. I'd be curious as to what kind of title that is. It
I'd be
looks like it
curious
would be
as well.
something from like a CMLL or a AAA because it's got like the red and green on it. So I don't know.
I mean, Ashton, you and I talked about at the conclusion of day 5 with Ibushi beating AJ Styles and Naito beating Tanahashi that the game had changed. So I think those losses for AJ and Tanahashi respectively, really make the stakes that much higher for Ibushi and Shibata's matchup tomorrow.
Can I point out something amazing?
Absolutely.
Tanahashi and Naito are teaming up tonight.
Wow.
After all the disrespect, after the spitting at each other, after everything, they're on the same team tonight. And they're teaming with Michael Elgin to take on the Bullet Club consisting of AJ Styles, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga.
How are they going to deal with that?
I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, I expect a communication breakdown, but then again, I think I expected it. Yesterday it was with Kojima and Elgin, and we just, we didn't get that. So maybe Tanahashi and Naito will surprise us, as this is quite a tag team matchup here we were getting ready to see. And I am just so curious how Shibata and Ibushi, will interact, in this match, and then their match tomorrow. You said it best, match of the year contender indeed.
Oh, definitely. Has to be. And now we're going to start things off with Tenzan and Makabe. Tenzan does, in fact, have his head taped up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, well, that gash was brutal, Ash. I mean, you said it. We both saw it. The blood was just flowing like a river for both Tenzan and Toru Yano. And I gotta ask you, Ash. I mean, if you're Makabe, how important is your next tournament matchup? Because I mean, you're in kind of a slump. I mean, you are the never open weight champion, so you should be confident in that regard. But your confidence has got to be shaken a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, probably a little at least.
These two, Tenzan and Makabe, exchanging blows, neither one showing any give. We got a Haas fight going on here, it seems like. And there's the Mongolian chops there from Tenzan. Signature Tenzan there with the Mongolian chops.
Guys, I know that there are a lot of people that watch us because we provide English commentary. But if you're going to watch anybody's matches with Japanese commentary, make it Hiroyoshi Tenzan's, because the way that they call Mongolian when he pulls off those Mongolian chops is amazing.
Absolutely. And now Makabe is going to try and shoot Tenzan off the ropes. Tenzan reverses the Irish whip, but it eats a shoulder block there for his troubles by Makabe.
Yeah, Makabe is an absolute beast.
This guy is such an incredible specimen.
And I believe Makabe is actually coming off 2 straight wins, isn't he?
Well, don't you mean, wait, with Makabe, don't you mean 2 straight losses, though? Because he lost to Shibata. And then who did he lose to?
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Yeah, he did. He lost to Shibata. So weird because with didn't he lose? He lost.
Bad Luck Fale.
Fale, yeah. But then his first match was the win over Toru Yano, right?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Trying to kind of get all my I don't even know.
Hey man, I don't blame you. And now here we go. Gonna get a little taste for tomorrow.
Yeah. The technical prowess of Shibata.
versus the quickness of Ibushi.
And they're both quick and they're both technical prowess too. So it's just that Shibata's kind of more well known for his technical, and Ibushi is obviously more well known for his amazing high flying and agility.
I mean, Ashton, after Ibushi got the biggest win of his career over AJ Styles, on day 5, do you think that puts any added pressure that, okay, I've got to keep performing at this level, I've got to beat Shibata, or do you just feel like that's his greatest motivation? Like, I beat AJ Styles, therefore I can beat anybody in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a confidence booster. You almost want to wonder if it's going to be almost like an overcompensation where he's going to be like, oh, I beat AJ Styles. I'm going to kill everyone now because I'm just that damn good. And then he ends up getting caught by, maybe Shibata.
Exactly. Don't overlook Shibata, folks. I mean, this man has incredible ability, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, he went
if
for the
you've been
kick
keeping up
there,
with
but
this tournament.
Ibushi got out of the way. That was beautiful.
And that's why I'm so intrigued by their matchup, because it's the striking and technical prowess of Shibata versus the agility and aerial acumen of Kota Ibushi. And
Gotta
look at Shibata,
wonder
their
how
beautiful waist lock.
Ibushi. I honestly kind of wonder if Ibushi's going to find a way to get out of that sleeper that Shibata uses to set up the field goal kick.
And he might. I would not put it past Ibushi or his ability to be able to find a counter to that sleeper hold, which is one of the more devastating sleeper holds I have seen in my time as a viewer of this industry. And
Seems to be
Shibata there, he's laying down the gauntlet to
not
Ibushi now. Yeah, there's an animosity there. There's an intensity there. And here comes Dorada, going to try and take it to Shibata, which he might be able to do. Dorada has not yet been in this match, so he's a bit fresher. But, oh, man, Shibata not going to take that lying down. There's the forearm.
He might be fresher, but he's still a junior.
Exactly.
And
oh, man.
I did want to point out, I did some research, and I believe that the title that was around Mascara Dorada's waist to start this match was the CMLL Welterweight Championship.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Dorada.
Yeah, the CMLL World Welterweight Championship. And according to my research, he is the current champion, so I would have to imagine that that's the title that he had around his waist to start the show.
Oh, and here is Yohei Komatsu.
And yeah, we've always been so impressed by this guy. And we also usually kind of make the observation that he kind of has a look similar to Shibata, so I find it kind of funny that he's on the same team as Shibata.
Definitely. I think you and I both agree on the assessment that Yohei Komatsu is the most...
springboard flip!
Beautiful.
Komatsu goes under. Komatsu with a beautiful Hurricane Rana. Such great form. And then a drop kick. Great form from Komatsu.
Absolutely. I was even getting ready to say that I think you and I agreed on the assessment that Yohei Komatsu was the most impressive of the young boys that you and I have seen between him, Jay White, and David Finlay.
And you know what? Komatsu is actually being able to hear, he's getting the crowd into this match too, which is not something that you typically see from a young boy.
Absolutely. Oh, what a monkey flip there from Dorada, and drop kick. What elevation.
Yeah, it's almost like a delayed drop kick.
Yeah, that was magnificent there by Dorada.
It's really nice. Seems like
Dorada
floated in the air before kicking Komatsu for a few seconds.
Oh, and now we get Makabe in the ring. No mercy. Oh, man.
Kind of the theme with Makabe, isn't it? The lack of mercy.
Absolutely. What a suplex action. Look at the oomph on that suplex. It goes right into the cover, and Komatsu able to kick out, using that leg strength to propel himself out.
Makabe definitely strikes me as the type who would smack around a young boy just for looking at him wrong.
Look, you say looking at it wrong, and I find it so funny that you say that, because I was even getting ready to say, if I was in a bar and I was minding my own business, and Makabe even implied I looked at him the wrong way, and he approached me, he's like, hey, did you look at me earlier? I am so sorry. And even if I didn't, I would apologize. That's how petrifying Makabe is. You apologize for things that you didn't even do.
Because then you're like, no, I didn't look at you, and then he comes back with, you calling me a liar?
Exactly. And then you realize, oh my God, I've been hit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he just freaking picked me and he wants to kill me.
But I'll tell you what, Ibushi now in with Komatsu. That would be a matchup I'd like to see down the road when Komatsu graduates from his young boy status. And now Dorada comes back in. I like the frequent tags in this team. Keeps every man fresh.
Oh, nice. Open hand chop there. Overhand.
And you have to figure, actually, it's more of a struggle for Komatsu because he had to fight out of the enemy corner. And, oh, man, Dorada just in complete control of Komatsu right now. He could do whatever he wants.
Oh, but Dorada going up to the top rope. It looks like he wants some kind of high-risk maneuver here. I wonder what. Oh, but Komatsu cuts him up before we can find out.
Yeah, the fight in Komatsu cannot be denied. Now he's going to ascend to the top rope here. And actually, this kid just continues to impress us. Now goes to the top. Superplex. One height on that superplex. Beautiful.
Yeah, really nice.
Now, do you go for the cover or do you go for the tag? Well, I guess, yeah, look at Dorada there.
Yeah, you might not have any choice but to go for the tag. But, oh, no, Komatsu's firing up. He is firing up big time. He wants to do something for sure. Nice back elbow there. Going to whip Dorada into the opposite corner, but Dorada reverses. Komatsu flips over, goes against the ropes, ducks a clothesline. Nice spinning forearm smash on Dorada. Oh, and goes after Makabe, too.
I can't believe this young man is still fighting, but I'll be damned he is. I would have gone for the tag.
Yeah, he just took Makabe and who else is on that team?
Makabe and Ibushi.
Ibushi. He just took both of them off the apron. Beautiful senton there. Ended up getting a 2 count. Man, Komatsu, I'll tell you what, this kid is going to make New Japan some money in the future.
Absolutely. I still can't believe he hasn't gone for the tag, to be honest. He's still in it. Oh, no,
look at Dorada. That might be his mistake, though. Nice little missile drop kick there from Dorada.
His ability to scale those ropes is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he looks like a freaking ballerina on the ropes, and that's not an insult. That's legitimate.
Oh!
Beautiful senton.
He got so much height! Good God, and now Tenzan, being the veteran, had to come in and break up the count. That was one of the most beautiful sentons I think I've ever seen, and that was off the rope, not even the turnbuckle. What a power slam by Makabe to Tenzan.
And I believe Makabe and Tenzan will be facing off tomorrow as well.
Oh, man, it's still Dorada and Komatsu. Komatsu, though, slides through. He's not out of this yet. Standing waist lock, but Dorada reverses it. What a German there by Dorada. And now I think he's going to tag in Shibata. Or no.
He's going for a springboard maneuver.
Man, everybody's surprising me in this match. And now Dorada there stalking Komatsu. Is he going to propel himself?
Springboard.
He is. Oh, wow.
Goodness. Springboard DDT. He might be dead.
2. And Shibata there.
Shibata breaks it up. Oh, but Ibushi in to break him up. And he broke him up pretty good with those kicks. And the Pele. It looked almost like when he was doing the backflip to do the Pele, it looked like he almost cracked his head against Shibata's.
Oh, man, Kota Ibushi. Oh, that triangle moonsault, and there it is.
And just caught Komatsu by the arm. But, again, it might have only been the arm, but it's also his bad arm. And I said Komatsu, I meant Shibata. Now Komatsu looks like he's done. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that Death Valley driver by Dorada, it looked like.
It almost looked like a Michinoku driver, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe like a Michinoku driver, but in like a Death Valley driver kind of form, because he did have Komatsu in the fireman's carry position.
Yeah.
And then he just drove him down into the ground. So I think we call that like a forward Death Valley driver. Yeah. And Dorada used that to pick up the win. All I really
know of it is the thrill of the hunt.
Right.
I wonder if there's a technical name for that, though.
Again, I've always known it in a technical perspective as the forward Death Valley driver, maybe even more technical than that. And oh, look at this. This one may not be over here.
The Death Valley Michinoku driver.
Yeah, just merge the names together. And
Tenzan, it's called a Samoan driver. It's a Samoan driver.
Really? Well, I learned something today, folks.
Google and Wikipedia are so useful for this stuff.
And I'll tell you something else. I may have learned what to call a move, but Shibata may learn to respect Kota Ibushi come tomorrow. I hope Shibata isn't overlooking Ibushi. That would be a mistake. This kid just bought real estate on Cloud 9 after beating AJ Styles. You know he's looking to continue that momentum.
Well, now we know what to call Dana Brooks' finisher, too, because she also uses a Samoan driver as her finisher.
That's right.
Man, that's a really popular move these days. Mascara Dorado uses it. King Cuerno uses it. I'm not sure if El Hijo del Fantasma also uses it, but Dana Brooke also uses it, and I would say that out of the people that use it, King Cuerno is my favorite.
Absolutely. God, King
now,
Cuerno's
look at this matchup that we have coming up next. Elgin not really switching blocks, but kind of deviating from his block a little bit to team up with Naito and Tanahashi. Such an odd pairing to take out the Bullet Club. And the Bullet Club this time is being represented, as I said earlier, by AJ Styles, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga. So Styles and Fale both 2-1 so far in the tournament. Tonga technically a junior, so that's going to be a tougher matchup against Elgin.
Absolutely. And if you're Michael Elgin, in my mind anyway, you have to be conflicted because on the one hand, you've always wanted to compete in Japan, and if anybody knows Shinsuke Nakamura, I'm guessing that would be kind of a dream match for Elgin to work with a guy like Nakamura, especially in Japan.
Yep.
But on the other hand, the ultimate goal is to win. The ultimate goal is to advance, and even though he got 2 points by technicality because Nakamura couldn't compete, I think you take it as you can get it. So there's definitely, I think, a conflict there for Michael Elgin, but I think he's just going to keep moving on and try and get back in this tournament and be a contender. And now here comes Naito. Man, what a performance Naito had yesterday, Ashton.
Yeah, it was really outstanding. He not only did he take Tanahashi to the limit, but he just actually beat him. And it was such an out of nowhere kind of pin, but it was one of those things where it was just move after move after move after move targeting the neck. And I guess that final sort of cross-armed standing inverted sliced bread number 2 thing that he did at the end was just the straw that broke the camel's back, or in this case, the move that broke Tanahashi's neck.
Absolutely. And Naito now, he's in this tournament as much as anybody at this point with that win.
Oh, for
You know,
sure.
he has the same record as AJ Styles, Tanahashi. I think we did the evaluation on day 5. 6 people have 2-1 records, and Naito is one of those guys.
Yep.
And he's still in this. He's still in this very strongly. In fact, if anything, as much as I love Kota Ibushi and as proud of him as I was for beating AJ Styles and really getting back in this, I feel like Naito's victory was more impressive because how often do we say Tanahashi is the man around here? He's the
Yep.
John Cena of New Japan. He's the Hulk Hogan of New Japan, whatever you want to say. Naito beat that man in the center of the ring. And you may not have liked how he did it, folks, but he did it. And that's all that matters in the final analysis. I think Naito is somebody, don't sleep on him in this tournament because we're always talking about our Styles, our Tanahashis, our Ibushis. Naito, I think, belongs in that conversation after his victory on day 5. Oh, man. And
And
there's
Tanahashi
Tanahashi.
coming out now.
The neck doesn't seem to be bothering him at the moment, but I wonder if that is going to be a factor in this match. You actually mentioned the biggest factor in your mind. Can Tanahashi coexist with Naito? Can they put past their bad blood that really generated in their matchup and get along long enough to win this tag team bout? So what are you thinking? Can they or can't they?
You know what? Exclusively based on the fact that I don't think any of these guys are going to be getting pinned, and I think Tama Tonga is the only person in this match that can get a pin. I'm going to just say yes.
All right, we'll see. I mean, it's funny because, we kind of extrapolated a conclusion for Naito versus Tanahashi. We said, oh, this looks like a bit of a longer match, going to give Tanahashi plenty of time to air guitar. No, plenty of time for him to get an ice pack for that neck, apparently. And, just blew us out of the water. And now here comes the Bullet Club.
Not even coming out to the Bullet Club music, just straight up coming out to AJ Styles music.
Maybe AJ Styles needs that confidence boost after losing to Ibushi on day 5. But you know what, though? This is what separates AJ Styles from the rest of the pack because I guarantee you he's not even thinking about Ibushi right now. He's put Ibushi in the back of his mind. He really has.
Yep.
And, I feel like he's going to move on in this tournament, and he will bounce back. You made a great point on day 5, Ashton, when you said that Tanahashi losing and AJ Styles losing, what it does for the rest of the participants in their particular block, in Block A, if I'm not mistaken, is that, that it makes the other competitors say, wow, they're beatable. We can win. We do have a chance. But I think in that moment, I'm not saying you, I'm saying the competitors forget just how good Tanahashi and AJ Styles are in the first place.
I think that's definitely true. I think that you kind of get a certain mindset, and it can be a toxic one if you let it kind of overtake you.
I mean, there used to be a saying in boxing that goes, and anybody can lose one fight, and in the wrestling world, anybody can lose one match. And especially in something like the G1 Climax, when it's a round-robin style, anybody can lose one match, but losing one match does not equate to having your tournament experience come to an end. AJ Styles is going to fight like hell to stay at the top, leading the pack, if you will.
Exactly.
And look, he's still got that arrogant smile. AJ Styles knows he's running with the Bullet Club. He's still on top of the world. They still are the wrestling world. Ibushi got an excellent win. Nobody's taken that from him. But AJ Styles knows at the end of the day, like Carl Anderson says, he's one of the best wrestlers on God's green earth. I mean, hell, Carl Anderson says the best. That remains to be determined. I think the person who wins a tournament as impressive as G1 Climax, that man earns the right to be the best wrestler on God's green earth. AJ Styles hasn't gotten there yet, but we got a long way to go.
Starting things off here with Tanahashi and Tonga. Very interesting dynamic.
Absolutely. I have very high praise, high expectations for Tonga, but he's in there with pretty much the veteran,
Can I point out that Tonga looks kind of like Roman Reigns and acts kind of like Dean Ambrose?
It's the perfect fusion between the two. Oh, man. Forcing the ref to make the clean break there, Tanahashi. Maybe be feeling a bit heated after losing on day 5, especially in such a disrespectful manner, to Naito. And Tonga here, maybe, I don't know if he's trying to play mind games with Tanahashi or is really just trying to feel him out. I like that Tonga, though, he's not so eager to engage. He knows who he's in the ring with. He's wary of that, and he's proceeding with the caution that I think is warranted, given Tanahashi's status.
Yeah.
Tonga.
On that.
Look, that's going to make the clean break. And now look at that. Tonga kind of clapping. Oh, look at Bad Luck Fale there. And wow, the Bullet Club suckering us all in and certainly suckered Tanahashi in there.
Nobody's surprised by that.
Absolutely not.
Except maybe Tanahashi.
Yeah, exactly. Except maybe Tanahashi. Gets the bag elbow there on Tonga. Nice crossbody there off the ropes. And now he does the air guitar. Nice arm drag there. Deep. Hooks in that arm.
I'm just like, of course he did the air guitar.
He's feeling it, man. He's trying to get back in a groove. I can't even really. I mean, as much as I love to pick on Tanahashi, and everybody knows it if they've ever listened to TwitWow or any New Japan live reactions that we've done, before this. Tanahashi and me, we're not exactly BJ Whitmer and Steve Corino, but I think we're pretty close. But I can appreciate Tanahashi wanting to get back in a groove here. I mean, that loss had to be so jarring to Naito. Oh, there's the aggressive tag right there, Ashton. Wow.
And Naito's just like, no, man, you hit me way too hard. I'm not even going to get in this match.
Wow. Definitely some residual tension after all then between Naito and Tanahashi, like you predicted, Ashton.
Oh my god, I love this version of Naito so much. He's so good.
He doesn't give a damn.
And now he's in there with AJ Styles, who will be facing off tomorrow in G1 tournament match play, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, so that match is tomorrow.
It is.
Wow.
Oh, wow, look at AJ going right after Naito.
I love that he had no regard. Like, I don't care that you're AJ Styles. I'm gouging your eyes out.
Yeah, and by the way, Tanahashi's facing Fale, too, so that's going to be kind of a lame duck, maybe?
Maybe. But, I mean, that Wrestle Kingdom 9 rematch between Naito and AJ Styles, except AJ Styles isn't facing the same man. This is a completely different Naito than what we've been used to for so long now.
Exactly.
Could he? And you know what, Ashton? I have to ask the question legitimately. Can he beat AJ Styles? And honestly, I think the answer right now is yes. And look at the power of Elgin here. Tonga trying to stop it. He can't. Maybe Bad Luck Fale can. And yeah, that's Bad Luck Fale for you right there. Nice. Protecting AJ Styles from the suplex attempt by Elgin. Oh, and now it's Fale Elgin. Oh, man. Look at all the humanity in the ring right now, Ashton.
Definitely a Haas fight.
Absolutely.
Sad thing is, though, these guys are never going to face each other in G1 because they're in different blocks. Elgin is in the B block, and everyone else in this match is either in the A block or it's just Tonga, who's not in any block.
Absolutely. The only way these two have a hope of facing each other would be if they were the winners of their respective blocks, which at the moment seems unlikely, but I mean, hell.
Unlikely, but it is possible. They're both 2-1, aren't they?
I believe
so. Or no,
so.
Elgin's 1-2.
Yeah, Elgin's 1 and 2.
His first win in this tournament came to forfeit. That's definitely got to be confidence killer if you're Michael Elgin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you wanted to do it a certain way. You were deprived of doing it that way, and you just got to wonder where your place is, in the grander scheme of this tournament. Now AJ Styles is going to continue the work that Fale started on Elgin. But I mean, I'll tell you something. Day 5, I think, really illuminated to the both of us, and I think everybody watching. Don't count anybody out of this tournament until it's really over. And
I
Elgin
mean,
may be able to.
you could probably count Doc Gallows out of it.
Yeah, I think Doc Gallows' journey may have come to an end, but even so, who knows how he'll finish the journey and how
Well, and
Tanahashi
even
and
still,
AJ
even if he's not
Styles.
going to win it for himself, he could still play spoiler and ruin other people's dreams.
There you go.
And he put over his brother in the Bullet Club, so that's all that really matters, right?
Absolutely. Tanahashi now taking it to AJ Styles. So much history between these two men. Quite the bad blood. Oh, beautiful senton. That was like a 450 senton almost to me. Tanahashi, so athletic, so talented. It may kill me sometimes to give the man praise, but he's earned it for a reason. It's Tonga. Look at the cheap shot.
So smart, though.
Absolutely. Well, it
takes him
just
down and then takes Bad Luck Fale off the apron as well. AJ Styles, though, takes advantage of the distraction with the eye rake and then goes over to copy Tanahashi and take out the opposite end corner. Tama Tonga now holding Tanahashi down, setting him up for Styles. And yeah, this is some great teamwork for the Bullet Club.
I still have to believe in the Bullet Club. I mean, they're a brotherhood. I mean, they're bound together by this bond to impose Western values on one of the biggest Eastern promotions, that being New Japan. Whereas Tanahashi and Naito, I mean, we saw from that tag earlier, there's some unresolved issues there, and it could result in a breakdown. That remains to be seen. Tanahashi trying to fight back.
I wouldn't even necessarily say just the Tanahashi Naito dynamic. I would say Naito on this team at all is an interesting dynamic because he's already, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but he's already shown some tension with Elgin as well with the hard tag.
Absolutely. Naito doesn't want to be here. I mean, let's make that explicitly clear.
Well,
I
I mean,
think
that being
Naito,
said, though, Naito doesn't want to really be anywhere that requires him to try.
absolutely, and oh my, the power of Fale. This guy's a damn house. And now, oh man, he's got Tanahashi set up on the rope, and now he's going to tag in AJ Styles. This is not good for Tanahashi at all. And oh, look at that. Look at where the elbows are, Ashton, on that neck.
Yep. Still taking advantage of the neck. You almost have to wonder, though, if Naito is going to have a problem with his knee.
That's another great question, Ashton. That's a great point that I did not bother to think about. Naito did get his knee worked over pretty relentlessly by Tanahashi on day 5. And now look at Naito all the way over there, keeping his distance, not just from the opposition, but from his own partners. Oh, man. But again, who am I to judge Naito? He beat Tanahashi, so it's working for him.
Exactly.
Now Bad Luck Fale back in here. Look at him just toying with Tanahashi. Toying with Tanahashi like a cat toys with a mouse. And no way are you going to do that, Tanahashi. And Fale has the same sentiment.
He's trying to pay an homage to Hulk Hogan, brother.
Absolutely. And there's the dropkick there, taking Fale out from under his own knee. Now Fale better recover, maybe pick the leg of Tanahashi. He can't let him tag in Elgin. And he doesn't by taking Elgin out. I thought he was just going to, stop Tanahashi. He just isolates Tanahashi instead by taking out Elgin. And now Naito rejoins the apron. Tanahashi going to try and rally back. What a forearm there. But will he make the tag to Naito, or will his pride consume him? Let's see. And I think he might. Elgin is stirring, though. He may now have the opportunity to tag in Elgin back into this match. And no! Naito steals the tag. I don't think Tanahashi's going to complain, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much stealing when the other guy really wants to give it to you.
Right. Nice dropkick there by Naito to Tama
Tanahashi
Tonga.
was in absolutely no shape to stay in this match, so if anything, Naito saved him.
Certainly. I'd have to agree with you there. I can't contend that point. And oh, beautiful dropkick. Trips Tama Tonga. Oh, but Tama Tonga with the counter. Nice Samoan drop.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you, we just get these glimmers of brilliance from Tama Tonga that just tells me that in due course, he is really going to be something in New Japan, and certainly within the ranks of the Bullet Club.
Absolutely.
Wow. What a great counter by Tama Tonga. He's going to try and build on it. But look at that. Naito there just flings himself into Tama Tonga. And now AJ with the flying forearm.
Naito's athleticism is so underrated, I think, because the way that he just kind of bounces from the ropes to the middle of the ring for those forearms is pretty amazing.
This match is breaking down here. Tanahashi, sling blade to Fale. Oh, look at Tama Tonga there, drop kick to Tanahashi. I believe Tama Tonga and Naito are still the legal men in this thing. And now AJ...
And you would never know with the way the referees keep control or lack thereof.
Exactly. Come on, ref, get in there. And now Naito being double-teamed here by AJ Styles and Tama Tonga, soon to be triple-teamed because Fale's back up to his feet. Avoids Styles. Avoids Fale. Look at Naito here.
Oh, but Tonga gets the heads up, I guess.
Absolutely. The heads up and the head butts. And now he's staying on Naito here. Potentially thinking another Samoan drop, maybe. He's got him in the fireman's carry position. Think Naito's trying to slide out, but he can't. Oh, Naito lands on his feet. Oh, man, could it be that cutter that we saw? Yes, it is. I think that's what beat Tanahashi in Day 5. Is he going to cover?
It seems like a backwards version of what beat Tanahashi on Day 5, but it doesn't matter. It still beats Tama Tonga here.
Wow, Naito gets the pin. Naito is on a roll right now. I used to think apathy was the worst quality that could belong to a human being, but talk to Naito. Because the idea that he doesn't care, and I think we even talked about this in Day 5, Ashton, because he doesn't care, he doesn't permit other people to get in his head, and he gets out of his own head at the same time. His clarity must be unbelievable. He's got to have just an unparalleled focus. Oh, man, and Tama Tonga now having to go to the back, and if you're AJ Styles, I think you're sweating a little bit. You lost to Ibushi. You just showed everybody else in your block that you're vulnerable. And whoa! Naito, look at that disrespect. And now Tanahashi taking issue, but Naito leaves before he can get to anything bigger. Wow.
I freaking love this version of Naito. It's unbelievable how much of a 180 he's done.
I think I have to put him on my roster list of people in New Japan I'm a fan of. I mean, I gotta be honest. I love this transformation. This is amazing. Like, it's really saying something because everybody knows that my favorite heel, in North America at the moment, primarily WWE, is Kevin Owens because I think he just does superb work that nobody can touch. But I think Naito has got to be my second favorite heel going right now. Like, I just love how he approaches his matches. I love his attitude. It's so good. And Tanahashi and Naito, polar opposites of each other. One couldn't give a damn, and you just saw Tanahashi have a sweet moment with a young fan there. Yeah. That's the difference.
Exactly.
But how do you think that makes Tanahashi feel, knowing that he lost to a man like that? To a man that's really gunning for his spot? I don't know.
Man, it's definitely a very interesting dynamic. But, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are going into our intermission here. Let me just check to make sure. And yes, we are in fact going into our intermission. That was the final match of the first half of this show. So since we're heading into intermission, we are going to cut off recording, and we will be back with a new timestamp and with a new countdown so that you can resync everything up.